Okay, so I understand the camera isn't the most straightest, but I'm also just going to quickly go over this video. So let me move my chair back so there's enough space. I wanted to talk about in this video changing your perspective on things and how nothing can really make you upset if you really choose not to make things, like, if you choose not to allow things to make you upset. Think about it this way. I want you to visualize a chocolate bar. Close your eyes for a second. I'm going to talk you through it. Pause. Visualize a chocolate bar, okay? Now, 3/3 of this chocolate bar, okay? 3/3 of this chocolate bar, full. 2/3 of this chocolate bar, you can't, even if you take a bite into the chocolate, imagine you taking a bite into the chocolate, okay? You take a bite into the chocolate, it tastes sour, it doesn't taste sweet, it's dark chocolate, dark. That's bad. Now, the 1/3 left of that chocolate, a person comes to you and says, listen, before you take this bite, you can control the sweetness of the chocolate. You can either make it bitter or sour. All you have to do is that when you bite into it, imagine the taste of the chocolate you want it to be. Cool. Now, here's what most people do. Most people, when they take a bite into the chocolate, after they've taken a bite into 2/3 of the chocolate and they realize it's bitter, it's sour, it's disgusting, even when that person comes and tells them the last third you can make it sweet, they bite into the chocolate, most likely expecting it still to be bitter, even though they want it to be sweet. And that's the craziest part. But pay very close attention to what that person said to you. He said, as long as you imagine the taste you want it to be, it will be. What most people do, even though they want sweet, they know themselves, they want sweet, they bite into the chocolate expecting bitter because that's what they've had for 2/3 of the chocolate. Now, why did I give that analogy? And you can open your eyes, stop closing your eyes. I'm done talking you through it. It's kind of weird. Why did I give the analogy of the chocolate bar? It very much represents life. 2/3 of life you cannot control. Things happen out of our control. You can get involved into a car accident. You could have a fight with a family member. You could break up with your partner. You could lose £100,000 of dollars. You can lose so much money. So many things can happen so quickly. It is out of your control. But what's the 1/3 of the thing that's in your control? Perspective. Let me ask you a question if you don't really get what I'm saying. Imagine I took out every bit of emotion from you. Happiness, sadness, gladness, joy, excitement, anger. If I took every single emotion away from you as a human being, okay? Do you think there is anything in this world, answer honestly, do you think there will be anything in this world that will affect you either positively or negatively? If you said yes, sharp, you're wrong. No, nothing can affect you either positively or negatively. You will constantly be neutral. You could break a leg, and because you don't feel upset or angry, you're just gonna be like, okay, I broke a leg. It's like the peak nonchalantness. Now hear me out. The reason why I'm saying this is because perspective is very much like anything can happen. And it doesn't matter what, you can still control how it happens to you, changing it for you. For example, I was on TikTok live the other day and this guy asked me a question. He said, yo bro, I broke up with my babes. I'm so heartbroken. What do I do to get over the emotion? I gave him 2 pieces of advice. The first thing I told him to do was to sit with the emotion. Don't ignore it. Don't go to the gym being like, oh, I'll never love a girl again. No. Sit with the emotion. Recognize how you feel. Do you feel angry? Do you feel upset? Recognize the feeling. Like, actually, no, hear me out. Recognize the feeling. Because this is what's going to power you more as a man and as a woman as well. Recognize the feeling you're feeling. Do you feel upset? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel frustrated? Sit with the emotion. I know it sucks. Hear me out. Listen. It sucks. Bro, coming from a person who's experienced this, it sucks. Sitting with the emotion you hate most sucks. I can give an example. There's this girl I was messing with, right? And I personally, this girl I was messing with, and we had this kind of cool relationship. And I didn't really like the friendly, like, you know when someone is, you know when you mess with a girl or a guy, and they're so overly friendly with everyone. I was like, damn. Because hear me out, I can say naturally I'm a jealous person. I can admit that. I can't lie. Naturally, if I like someone, I'm very, not territorial because that sounds like I'm trying to be a fucking alpha male. I'm very much to myself. Like, I like it to be me and this person, just me and you. course, say hi to my man. Shake hands. The most you can do, give him a wave. Don't even give him a hug. Give him a wave. Give him a little that. Show your nails a little bit. That's it. Don't give him any more. That's the type of guy I am. Okay? And I'm gonna admit that. I'm not afraid to admit that. But it kind of upset me in that moment when I seen the friendliness. Now, granted, this person is a great person. And I realized that, this person, I'm always gonna see him around. So what can I do? I can only change my perspective on them. Rather than, and plus, we're not a thing anyway. So I had to change my perspective. I was digging myself into a hole. I'm like, bro, I don't want to fall into the good guy trap. All right? Because let's say, for example, if I'm not willing to really go that step, let me just chill. It's fine to have emotional. It's fine to like a person. I'm not saying you don't have to like a person. That's not the point of this video. The point I'm trying to give is when I felt that type of way, I had to ask myself, I was like, wait, okay, first things, I had to sit with the emotion. I had to be like, okay, this sucks. This actually sucks. Like, I don't like what I'm seeing. It's us. It sucks. It sucks. It actually sucks. I had to sit with it. That's the step one. Step two, you have to change your perspective. So you can choose to either let this thing continue to affect you, or you can change your perspective. You can change your perspective. You can really look at that person or that situation, and I promise you, 10 times out of 10, yes, 10 times out of 10, it's never about this person or the situation. It's about how they made you feel. If you can simply change your perspective on it, it doesn't matter what happens. Everything will happen for you instead of to you. So when I felt this way and I was looking at this person, I'm like, damn, this person is kind of ass. I hear how I feel. I had to sit with the emotion and recognize how I felt. Then the second thing I did, I had to change my perspective. I was like, okay, cool. I am having a little bit of exclusivity with this person. I'm seeing this person as exclusive to me, but that's clearly not the case. And if I wanted to set that boundary and that, set it, then yeah, I can. But I chose not to, because that's not something I want to do. And I realized quickly my intentions. So I'm like, okay, if I'm not really going to pursue this, then I'm wasting my time. So what I did, I changed my perspective on the person. Rather than seeing them as someone who's exclusive to me, and granted, I've known this person for a long time, we have a somewhat good relationship, I decided to change my perspective. Be like, okay, it sucks. It sucks ass. And that's most likely what's happening to you now. The thing you're going through sucks ass. Bro, trust me. I could give you a hug right now. It sucks. Fuck. It literally feels like fuck. Like, it sucks. I promise you, it sucks. It genuinely, bro, it's so ass. It sucks so much. But you have to sit with it. Follow me where I'm going. Sit with it. Sit with it. When I sat with it, and when you sit with it, change your perspective. You can change your perspective, because then you can analyze what you feel. Here's what I did, and here's what I do. Anytime I feel a certain type of way, I go on a walk. There's like, near my area, there's like rich houses and stuff. So I'm fortunate enough to walk around and be like, oh, this is a nice place, etc. And I can see some beautiful scenery. If you have any place like that, I'd recommend going to a park or something and literally talk out loud. People will see you as crazy, but here's what I do. Where's my AirPods? I don't have my AirPods. I literally get my AirPods in and I act like I'm talking on the phone to someone. Okay? Because then people don't see you as crazy. If you don't have AirPods, grab your phone and pull it to your ear and talk to yourself. Talk to yourself in the sense of analyze what emotions you feel. Like, identify it. Be like, okay, I can't lie, this sucks because I felt like this and this. Or do a voice recording. Wow, I felt like this and this and this. This makes me feel this type of way. I hated how this felt, etc, 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 etc. It's us. It's us. Talk about it. When you talk about it, I promise you, it feels like you're flying. I swear, it feels like you're flying. You're like, oh my God. Bro, the weight that's off your chest lifts so high because first you've identified it. Then I would go on an even longer walk. And then this time I'll be talking to myself and I'll really be questioning myself. I'll look at things from different perspectives. I will look at it from the perspective or the viewpoint of a person who is in this problem and situation and it's happening to me. Then I would change my perspective again and see it as an objective. Like, okay, calm. Maybe it's not as bad as I'm seeing. Okay, maybe this. Then I will change my perspective again to see it from a person who isn't even experiencing the situation. So it's like I'm a different person. I'm not me experiencing that situation. I'm a person looking from the outside, looking in and being like, okay, I see how he feels and I see how they feel. When you change your perspective, everything changes, bro. Every single thing in your life changes. If you are going through something, please, bro, sit with it. Sit with the emotion. First things first, sit with it. Regardless of what people tell you to harness it and people tell you to hold it in, bro, you're cooked. Like, trust me, you are a lot more mentally stable. Oh my God, I have my Vaseline in my pocket. Hold on, let me moisturize my lips, bro, because I was doing the licking of the lips, bro. And I was realizing my lips are dry. I was like, fuck. I left my Vaseline in my house. But luckily for me, I didn't. Haha. But anyways, like I said, sit with the emotion. Sit with it. Sit with it. Then go on a walk. I would recommend going outside. I really would. Trust me. You look, bro, trust me. You are a lot mentally stable. Mentally up here, you are a lot mental stable than 90% of these people that are driving from work hating their lives. I promise you. If you think you look crazy walking in on the street talking to yourself, take a peek in the mind of the same people that are looking at you in a funny way. I promise you their mind is worse than yours. You're doing way better because you're actually expressing it. These people hold in their head all day. If you took a peek in their head, you'd be like, yay, Jesus, I rebuke you. You would literally be scared. So I promise you, don't worry about people's looks. It doesn't matter. Let them see you. If you really feel intimidated, you walk around like this and make sure the AirPods is coming out so people can know you're on the phone. Or you can be like, yeah, bro, and you can change your like whatever. Just talk to yourself, but from different perspectives. Ask yourself questions. Be like, okay, why do you see it that way, etc. When you change your perspective, everything changes. And what will quickly happen is that you will come to a conclusion by yourself. I promise you, you will come to a conclusion by yourself. So rather than having them inner arguments with that person, okay, I promise you, it feels so rewarding. But people tell you be the bigger person because it's a cool thing to do. No one ever says how rewarding it is. But we don't understand. I'm not talking about be the bigger person like tolerate nonsense. No. I'm saying the get back you're going to get is literally when you come back, it's going to be like you're a different person. You're going to be a different energy. So when you come back to that situation, you will see it from an elevated perspective. Let me give a scenario. Let's say, for example, you have you argued with your girlfriend or boyfriend, okay? You argue with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. They really upset you. Or maybe they did something that just really upset you. They were talking to this other guy or the girl and you just felt jealous and you're just like, what the hell? And it made you really upset because relationship, most people can relate to, so that's what I'm giving. But cool. But anyways, they were talking and they really made you upset, okay? They really made you upset. First things first, it sucks, but it's the best thing that you will do. Sit with it. Sit with it. Be there, like literally sit, even if you're in the midst of it, sit with it. Just be like, this is us, but I'm going to sit with it. Sit with it. Trust me, sit with that emotion. Then go on a walk. Go outside to clear your mind. Just leave the house. Don't be inside. I wouldn't recommend being inside. I know you're afraid of grass, but trust me, this is the best thing that can happen to you. And you don't need to do this every day. Just do this every time you feel stressed or whatever. Go outside, go for a walk, go outside in nature when it's bright. If it's nighttime and it's a safe area, even better. Nighttime walks hit. Nighttime walks hit. But as long as you're outside, you're breathing in fresh air, walk. Now, have your perspective. First, see it as how it is. The situation has it how it is. That person made you feel jealous, or that person you argue with really upset you. They really pissed you off. How could they do this? Calm. Then change your perspective. Look at it objectively. Look at it from their perspective. Be like, okay, maybe this person upset me because they feel they have this ego and they want to kind of lil bro me, or they wanted to kind of like do this to me to piss me off. Maybe that's the route they were going for. Or maybe they didn't really consider how I felt and they were just kind of moving from a place of, you know, X, Y, and Z. Maybe they just felt, you know, maybe that's just how they were moving. Maybe. Change your perspective. Then change your perspective again. Look at it from someone outside looking in. Be like, okay, calm. That's so crazy because I see why I was upset, and I also see why I can change my perspective too. So it's 3 different perspectives. You will quickly come to a conclusion about the person. When you change your perspective on them, the conclusion might be, okay, calm. My partner is someone who argues a lot, or this partner is someone who does this. You will quickly realize if that person is meant for you or not. The reason why this is so important, and the reason why I really felt compelled to like make this video and talk about it, is because 9 times out of 10, you know when you have an argument with someone and you kind of conclude things with that same person, and that sense of relief you feel like, I'm so glad we cleared this up. To the people who don't have the privilege of clearing it up with that said person, I promise you, it is the best feeling clearing it up with yourself. Being calm, like let them do them and I'm calm, like I'm chilling. It is the best feeling to walk and just be at peace, but I promise you, it just be at ease. It's a stress-free life, because what's going to happen, it doesn't matter any situation, any person, any dilemma, you will always be chilling. You will always be chilling. You will always be chilling, nigga. You will always be chilling. It doesn't matter what people say to you. It doesn't matter what people do to you, because 9 times out of 10, sometimes people don't want to communicate. Sometimes you can't communicate, or you can't conclude things with a person who isn't willing to reach a conclusion. So why sit there and struggle by yourself? Why sit there and feel that emotion? Like, that's, every time I used to feel like, anytime I'd feel that sorry, I would say to myself, and I'd be like, yo, wait, I actually deserve more. Like, what? Like, I actually value I'm gonna brag here for a minute, but I actually love myself. Like, I actually love myself. Like, I'm so proud of myself. I am genuinely so proud of myself. Like, I don't work a job. I quit my job because I was good to do it. I'm running my businesses. They're working. Like, I'm so proud of myself. I'm genuinely so proud of myself. I'm going to the gym more. I'm getting healthier. I'm so proud of myself, and I'm so grateful to God Almighty that God has brought me to a position where I can really just live. I'm so proud of myself. So when you have that view on yourself, or anytime something that would upset me, or if a person in particular upset me, I'll ask myself, like, what? Like, why would I let this person upset me? Like, I actually deserve so much more. What? You, as a human being, you're going to determine my mood for the rest of the day? No. I would say to myself, I don't want to ever see myself like that again. I don't want to ever see myself sulk. I don't want to ever see myself upset. I just want to be happy. I don't want to prioritize my happiness. And when I start moving like that, I will just change my perspective on everyone. Because what you're going to quickly happen, you can't change people. You can't change people. I'm sorry, I've tried it. You can't change anyone, bro. You can only change how you view them. You can't change anyone. You can only change how you view them. And then that's what people call discernment. Because God will show you quickly who's meant for you and who isn't. When you value yourself, when you put yourself on a scale where you value yourself so much to the point where I'm like, bro, what? Nah, you treat me like this and I feel ass? Stop it. Bro, you're going to find people, you're going to attract people who you won't even need to say a word. They will understand your principles and your boundaries. But granted, no person is perfect, so people are still going to upset you along the way. But for your peace of mind, for you to live and exist and be happy, you need to change your perspective. I'm sorry. You won't be able to change the person. You might not have the finances or the resources to leave. If your mom and dad are pissing you off, you might not even have enough money to leave the house. But what you can do is change your perspective on them. And then, I forgot to mention, the benefits of changing your perspective as well is you gain this skill, and this skill is so tough. Deflection. You start to deflect things naturally, by the way. Because, for example, if someone's upset you and that said person tries that again, you can deflect it because you're moving from elevated perspective, because you understand that this person only doing this because of X. So in my case, I'd be like, oh, that's calm. I see what. Interesting. I would deflect it. It would just bounce right off me. Bounce. Because I'm not going to let it seed into my skin. No. I'm not going to do myself like that. I'm not going to, no. I love myself too much. I respect myself too. I don't want to see me sad. I only care about my happiness. I want to be happy. I want to be peaceful. I want to be relieved. I want to live a very happy life. So why the flip am I going to let Bobby or X person make me upset for the whole day? The whole day, gang? I'm going to be depressed because of you? Yeah? Listen, change your perspective, please. When you do, you deflect. And the reason why as well, I'm going to wrap this up, but the reason why I say sit with the emotion is because it sucks ass. It sucks. But I promise you, that is the biggest form of self-love you can do. Trust me, bro. It's the biggest form of self-love you can do. Sitting with yourself, with an emotion, rather than ignoring it, rather than be like, no, I don't want to feel. Sitting with it, like being like, do you know what, calm. Imagine it this way. Imagine every time you feel a negative emotion, that's your inner child crying. Rather than you walking away and shutting the door on him, you open the door wide, you sit down in front of him, and you're like, do you know what? Me and you are going through this together. I'm not letting you down. Me and you are going through this bullshit together. It sucks, it's stormy, it's a rain, but me and you are going to pull through this together. I don't care, nigga. I don't care. I'm with you and I love you and I'm always going to be here for you. That's literally how you view it. That's why you sit with it. Because trust me, you're going to get to a point emotionally where things don't... You're not going to give a toss. Person says this about you. Huh? Okay. Person tries to upset you, calm. And if they do, great. Let me sit with my inner child. Let me sit with him. Let me sit with you, bro. Made you upset? I get up. I'm here for you. Change your perspective. You will change your life.